disaster haters.
Well, I've never been any good at poetry, and I stumble over words from time to time. But tempted by a hangnail, I want to play my middle finger. Put your cuticles in the page like wine. Count the digits, how unsuitable am I? When it rains, well, it really fucking pours. We made waves. Did my screaming turn up yours? And here we are, mixing metaphors. Sometimes it might seem that we lost the battle, but if no one wins the war, why keep score? Everything is mediocre. I'm bored and nothing satisfies. An existential crisis mixtape on repeat until I die. Left decomposing on the floor. This routine's awful for my posture. Looking round for something more, sure that I've lost ya. When it rains, well, it really fucking pours. We made waves. Did my screaming drown out yours? Now here we are, mixing metaphors. Sometimes it might seem that we lost the battle, but if no one wins the war, why keep score? It might seem that we lost the battle. It might seem that we lost the battle. Yeah, it might seem that we lost the battle. It might seem that we lost the battle. Yeah, it might seem that we lost the battle. It might seem that we lost the battle. Yeah, it might seem that we lost the battle. It might seem that we lost the battle. Yeah, it might seem that we lost the battle. It might seem that we lost the battle. Yeah, it might seem that we lost the battle, but if no one wins the war, the war keeps on. Na 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 na. Yeah, yeah.
Let's all dance, let's all drink, throw our hands up and we'll sing together one time before we go. Let's make these more than songs, let's make this more than another show. For all the broken hearts, for all the lost souls, for all the stress and time spit out on the road. The 40-hour work week that seems to grab us by the throats. So take a look around. We're all the same. Problems and pain. We're all the same. So take a look around. We're all the same. Problems and pain. We're all the same. Let it bleed or leave it be. Rush to fall like everything. Just hold on long enough to feel some honesty. Find the one reason to not let go. Grit them teeth and get those scars. Hold your head up in those bars. Love will come and go again. There's always broken hearts. Just find one reason to not let go. So take a look around. We're all the same. Problems and pain. We're all the same. So take a look around. We're all the same. Problems and pain. see you around. Been gone so long, next town is home. Wasted away, it's the way it goes. You're breaking up, it's coming down. Gotta go now, I'll see you around. Been gone so long, next town is home. Wasted away, it's the way it goes. The way it goes. The way it goes.
Welcome to Masterators. We're going to be bringing in... Welcome to Masterators. We're going to be bringing Mr. Jacob LIFETARIAN on the line in just a second. Let me get that set up. Just got to give him a quick call. By the way, I'm John.
And I'm Alyssa.
This is Masterators. Thank you, everybody who's tuning in. You hear yourself?
No.
Hello?
Hi, Jacob. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yep, we can hear you.
All right, great.
How you doing, Jacob? Sorry for the delay.
Yeah, doing well. It's almost tomorrow.
Yes. That's we run a real tight ship here.
Yeah, I could tell. I'm used to dealing with Larry King and professionals, but it's okay.
I understand. I'm sorry about that.
So are we live on air?
Yes, we are live on air. So tell me a little bit about what you do. I've read a little bit about Lifetarianism on your page, but I still have a couple of, I'm a little confused.
All right, so let me give you a brief, the nitty-gritty of Lifetarianism, okay?
You got it.
So Lifetarianism is more than just a diet. It's a lifestyle, okay? So we don't eat anything that was ever alive. No meat and no plants, okay? So that's where vegans and vegetarians have half the story right, but half the story dead wrong, okay? Keyword dead. Because vegans are murdering plants all over the globe. And as science has proven time and time again, article after article, peer-reviewed study after peer-reviewed study, that plants are living beings, okay? Let me, I know this might sound like hyperbole to your audience right now, but let me give you one brief scientific fact, okay? Plants react to external stimuli. So what that means, for some of you viewers that don't understand scientific nomenclature, like some of the higher intellects like myself, external stimuli would be like a predator touching the leaves of a plant and it reacts in defense to defend itself, okay? So for some of you jock listeners, imagine like Lorena Bobbitt is trying to cut off your penis. You would react defensively. Plants do the same exact thing, okay? So that's just one small example of how plants are living beings.
So you're saying that plants feel the way that we feel?
Well, they don't listen to The Cure and cry themselves at night in high school like some humans might, but they do react defensively like humans or animals would, yes. So Lifetarians view plants on an equal plane or an equal spectrum as humans and animals. Humans aren't better than animals, and nor are they better than plants, nor are plants better than humans. We're all equal. Humans, animals, and plants are all equal. Okay,
So you said this isn't just a diet. This is a lifestyle. Correct.
absolutely.
Um,
Right, because it goes beyond just what we ingest and what we eat. So things like carnivorism or veganism, those are just diets. Okay, they're not really lifestyles. So lifetarianism is a lifestyle in the sense that we have a lifetarian creed. Okay, so like the Ten Commandments that God inserted into a burning bush, lifetarianism has 10 commandments that we instill in our everyday life as well. So the first two creeds, or the first two, I don't want to call them commandments because I don't want to turn off the atheists, because this isn't necessarily a religion, but it very well could be. But our first two points of the Lifetarian Creed, I already told you: don't eat or consume anything that was ever alive, no meat and no plants. But the way it goes beyond that is that we don't wear any clothing that was made from plants or animal hide. And we another thing your listeners might find interesting is we don't have sex for sport. Okay, so we don't go on Tinder and screw some floozy at a bar. We don't spill our seed willy nilly. Okay, so we view our sperm as sacred because those are potential living beings, though they aren't necessarily alive yet because nothing's fertilized. But we respect the potential life that those sperms could bring. Okay, so we don't ever orgasm unless it's for the strict purpose of procreation, which means having a child. So that goes beyond diet because this is part of our everyday life. It's not necessarily what we're ingesting. We don't eat sperm. We don't spill sperm. All we do is insert sperm into vaginas.
so what do you eat?
So what lifetarians eat is water, dairy, eggs, and dirt. That's right. I know some of your listeners are probably scoffing at the idea of eating dirt, but dirt eating, you can actually Google this, is actually a practice that has been going on in indigenous tribes in Africa for centuries.
Like
Where,
the Haitian dirt cookies?
yes, that is one example. You did your research very well.
Yeah.
So yes, tribes in Africa eat dirt, they eat clay and things of the sort, nothing that was ever alive. And those tribes, let me tell you this, John. Those tribes, guess how long they tend to live? How long they tend to live?
About 17 minutes.
Absolutely not. About 100 years.
Oh, wow.
And and westernized medicine.
tribe?
How long do people with the westernized diet tend to live? About 70 years, maybe 80 if they're lucky. Those tribes that eat dirt and clay live to be about 100 years old. Okay.
So
Tell this. Hold on. Let me tell you this, John.
Yeah.
Steve Jobs, one of the richest guys in the world before he kicked the bucket, he was a vegan or vegetarian, and all the Western medicine couldn't keep him alive. Why? Because he was a lifetarian. He was a vegan and a vegetarian, a diet which thrives on death and destruction. And all the money in the world couldn't keep him alive. None of the Apple computers, none of the Walt Disney frozen-bodied, frozen heads, none of that could keep him alive because he wasn't a lifetarian.
I mean, we have talked on the show about briefly about the hypocrisy of veganism, how it preaches that they want, animals are living beings and they shouldn't be murdered. But when you look at their diets, a lot of them eat, processed, farmed food, big corporate farm foods, which are death factories. They
Absolutely.
when they till fields, they literally slaughter billions of small animals and insects. Where is the line drawn?
The line is drawn at what is living and what isn't living, and plants are living. So let me tell you this: farms, people see the buzzwords around Whole Foods or Trader Joe's or those trendy supermarkets or murder markets, as I call them. they like to talk about free range animals. They like to talk about grass fed animals as if that is noble, as if we should be looking up to that. Grass fed isn't noble. You might as well say they're infant fed or fetus fed. If they're grass fed, then they're a sociopath, no different than Jeffrey Dahmer or any other sociopath. So farms are concentration camps. You guys think concentration camps ended during World War II? I don't think so. Okay, every farm that is going on in the globe, not even just the United States, every farm is a concentration camp. Okay. Lincoln might have freed the slaves, but there were slaves even back then, even prior to concentration camps existing. I have a live show called Jacob Unchained. I debuted it about probably 2 or 3 years ago at this point, where I show the hypocrisy of Abe Lincoln. How he wasn't a noble man. Sure, he saved African Americans, but did he save plants? No. He saved the Africans from picking the cotton. But did he save the cotton? No, he did not. So, it's hypocrisy for us to be praising Abe Lincoln as this emancipator of slavery when plants are still slaves to this very day, John.
So one of the main things that I really have some issue with is the whole coming thing.
Is the what?
The coming thing.
Coming.
Yeah.
What, you're a cum addict, John?
Yeah, I guess I would be considered a cum addict, I guess. Not anybody else's, just mine.
Do you need to go to a Coming Anonymous, John?
I don't know about that.
How many times a day do you come, John?
About 6 or 7.
About what?
About 6 or 7.
6 or 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes more. Mostly more.
Yeah. Well, that's a problem.
How so?
Well, I already explained it. Those sperm isn't necessarily, it's not fertilized, so it's not technically living. But lifetarians honor the potential life that sperm could be bringing.
But you eat eggs.
I have a book on Amazon called Life of a Lifetarian for your audience.
Oh, hold on.
Well, yes. All right, go on.
You eat eggs.
We do. Eggs aren't fertilized.
Neither is sperm.
Right. Takes 2 to make a baby.
Yeah? What's your point?
Well,
The egg has
the
potential for life.
No.
How
Well, sperm is more of a living thing than an egg is. An egg is just an egg. Sperm is actually it's a cell that has a little potential being swimming around in it. That's the difference.
Can you
So, but
unpack that a little bit?
yeah. So lifetarians, I don't want to pull any punches right now. Lifetarians have the best sex. Okay. So for someone like you, who's a potential cum addict, you said you come about 6 or 7 times a day.
Mostly more.
Lifetarians, like I said before, we don't have sex for sport, so we're not coming unless it's for the purpose of procreating. So sometimes we don't ejaculate for months at a time. So John, imagine this. Imagine not coming for 2 months, and then you have your first moment of elation. And imagine that feeling, whereas you're already 8 comes deep into a single day. You're not even experiencing any satisfaction at that point. It's just a robotic hands movement. You're like Charlie Sheen
It's not always hand
taking
movement.
8 line of coke that night. It's not even exciting anymore. So when lifetarians finally have that ejaculation, it's like cloud 9, but beyond that, it's like cloud 78. Okay.
78. Okay.
Are
Imagine
there
what cloud
any
9
female
is.
lifetarians?
Yes, there are. So I have a video.
But it's
on
okay
my
for them.
YouTube.
It's okay for them to masturbate then.
Well, yes, because they're not necessarily killing any potential life in the
All
process.
right,
They're
so
just
I'm more on board now.
What about
flicking their finger around some loose skin at that point.
What about periods?
What about them?
Like, is that should women be able to have them, or should they stay pregnant? Because that's what I believe.
Well, see, periods are a natural part of the life process. So at this point in life, it's hard to prevent a woman from having her period. But as we know, evolution is a major factor in the way life alters the course of a being's progress. So humans aren't at their peak of what we could be. So we need to slowly wean women off their periods so that they don't waste their eggs. But this is a long-term process, so we don't expect them to just keep their period juice inside of them this whole time. We need to. This is probably a 100-year plan to slowly wean women off their periods so they don't have them anymore.
What if we just started putting women in prison for murder when they have their periods?
Well, see, the fact that periods are involuntary at this point, it wouldn't be murder. If anything, it would be manslaughter or womanslaughter. But I don't know if we're at that point yet, whereas jerking off is a completely voluntary practice.
It's not.
It's not involuntary when your hand starts sliding up and down your crotch.
Yeah, my hand sometimes has a mind of its own.
Well, you have to regain control over your appendages.
Where's the fun in that, though?
It's fun.
Well, the
It
fun-
doesn't sound fun.
I have a lot of fun in life. I could walk through nature. I could pet some leaves. I could sniff some branches, and I get the same thrill out of you horn dogs that go on panty raids and sniff women's panties. I could sniff a forsythia plant or some lavender, and I get the same satisfaction that you would out of sniffing some women's undergarments.
How do you feel about 3D printed meat?
3D printed meat.
Yes.
I'm unfamiliar. Is it actually meat or is it plastic?
No, it's like a synthetic meat that they've managed to synthesize.
Synthetic. What are the ingredients?
I honestly don't know exactly. I know
I'm
it's
not
protein.
familiar.
I know it's protein, and I know that it's a new technology that's not quite fully fleshed out yet. But
Yeah.
let's just say that they were able to build meat out of never living molecules.
Mm-hmm.
Would that be something that you'd be okay with?
Well, at that point, I mean, you're calling it meat, but it wouldn't be meat. It would just be some synthetic gunk bunched up together. If it's not made from plant material or human or animal material, then sure, it would be LIFETARIAN approved.
Okay. What about drugs?
So drugs, I also have a chapter in my book, Life of LIFETARIAN, available on Amazon.com or LIFETARIAN.com. I have a chapter on drugs. So drugs, LIFETARIANs are against. Drugs also including alcohol, because alcohol is made from plants, hops. I don't know which drug you're talking about. I'm talking about marijuana, that's made from a plant. Tobacco is made from a plant.
LSD. That's synthesized in a lab. That's just molecules.
So you're saying, I'm not as familiar with LSD. Does it have any living organism, plant material to synthesize it?
As far as I know, no.
Then I suppose it would be LIFETARIAN approved, but I personally don't partake in it because I don't go to Grateful Dead concerts or Fish concerts or Bonnaroo just to twerk around and put myself in a state of disbelief where I don't know what's going on. I don't know what reality is and where I'm prone to possibly kill another being. That's the problem. Because these people that take LSD, they're also usually weed heads, and they smoke weed. They don't know what they're doing. They jump out of windows. They have flashbacks
I agree
a
with
week
that.
later.
It also makes you gay.
Yes, well, here's the thing about being gay.
Yeah, are you guys okay with that?
Well, here's the thing about LIFETARIANism and gays. We don't hate gays. It's fine if you are gay, but if you are a LIFETARIAN long enough, you won't be gay. Okay. Even if you're gay right now and you're LIFETARIAN for a few months, you won't be gay anymore because LIFETARIANism is a diet. As I already explained, is a diet based completely on nature. And when you eat dirt, it's like a sacrament. It's you're giving your body exactly what it needs, what it wants. So when you give your body earth, you're reverting your body to that of a primal nature. Being gay isn't natural. I'm not saying it's necessarily wrong, but it's not natural. Can we agree with that? Because
there's nothing wrong with it.
nature intended a female and a male specimen to be able to procreate. It doesn't. There's no reproductive organ in
Biologically,
the
it makes
ass.
sense.
Okay, John. So that's why being gay isn't necessarily natural, but it's not wrong per se. You're not harming anyone except your rectal cavity. But if you're lactarian long enough, you'll revert your body back to its natural state. So if you're lactarian long enough, you won't be gay anymore.
So it's the cure.
A cure is implying that something is wrong that you need to be cured from. If you're saying being
just said
gay
it
is
wasn't
wrong,
natural.
those are your words, not mine. But yes, it can cure you from being gay.
So it's like one of those camps.
What, a re-education anti-gay camp?
Yeah.
Well,
It could
no.
be used like that
I mean,
if you wanted to.
well, you don't need a camp per se, but I'm actually glad you brought up camps because this segues into one of my 2019 plans. I have a political campaign, and I'm going to town hall either in later this month, July, or in June, and I have plans for a lifetarian re-education camp that I want to build around Suffolk County or Nassau County, because
we definitely
there's a
need
lot
one
of
those. I agree. I think that's a great idea.
yeah. So there's a lot of vegans or meat eaters on Long Island alone. So I want to have the first lifetarian re-education camp built on Long Island. So I'm going to be going to town hall where they have a portion where the public's allowed to speak. So I have some time slotted that I'm going to be speaking to them about re-education camps that I want to build in local parks.
Awesome.
When is this?
What was that? When is this?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to be going every month. There's an open legislative meeting in Suffolk County or Nassau County. So the July one hasn't happened yet. I plan to either go to that one or the June one, and I'll film it so you guys can all witness it. But I'll be promoting to the legislators of Long Island that we need these re-education camps, or I don't want to call them concentration camps per se, but they kind of have the same MO, but without the killing. We're re-educating these people to become lifetarians because they're mentally ill.
And where can
Being a
we
vegan is a mental illness.
where can we find these videos when they're posted?
My current videos are on Jacob the Lifetarian on YouTube or my website, lifetarian.com, LIFETARIAN.com. But my legislative meetings haven't occurred yet. It's going to happen later this month or next month. But I'll keep you guys posted. But
I'm super interested in that. If you want to come on after you've done one of those,
Absolutely.
I promise it won't be an hour late.
I might want to go.
Absolutely. I'll keep. Yeah. What's your co-host's name? I didn't catch your name.
Alyssa's her name.
Alyssa.
Usually there's 5 of us, so it gets a little rowdy. But tonight
Okay.
we're doing 2.
I'll keep you guys posted when I'm attending. It's up for the public. It's open to the public, so you guys can come.
Awesome.
So I also have this program called Lifetarian Youth. Have you heard about that yet?
No, I haven't.
So the Lifetarian Youth, because as we know, I'm not going to be around. Well, let me tell you this first. Lifetarians have, I already told you, the average human has a lifespan of about 70 or 80, but Lifetarians, the actual potential for the human body is to live to about 120 years old. That's how long we should be living as humans. So Lifetarians live to about 120, the actual human potential.
Oh, wow.
So the Lifetarian Youth, I'm not going to be around forever. I'm in my 30s right now, but I still have about 80 or 90 years to go. So you guys still have a lot of Lifetarianism left in your horizon. But I'm not going to be around forever, so I'm training the youth. I have some youth with me that are part of my Lifetarian program, and we have some chants.
Is that a chant?
I gather local kids from local parks, ferals, kids on the streets, kids at soup kitchens, orphans, and I bring them into the Lifetarian program. So I have a couple of youths. I'm actually
Do you have any
a couple of them right now. We have a chant that we do, and I want you to hear it because it's pretty beautiful to hear.
Yes,
So ready, kids?
I want to hear this chant.
Ready on 3. 1, 2, 3.
We're the Lifetarian Youth. We stand for what's had to go true.
Did you hear that?
That was amazing.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
We love it.
Jacob, one of the things that we do here, and you've talked about veganism, you've talked about carnivorism. You've talked about like sins of the flesh, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And homosexuality is outside of all of this, and I understand that this is like your lifestyle and this is your diet, this is everything that you have built. You spent 30-something years. Is there anything outside of this that you hate?
Anything outside of lifetarianism that I hate?
Yes.
Well, see, the thing is, lifetarianism encapsulates all of life. So, I mean, I don't know what to name. What, something outside of planetary Earth? I'm not sure. I mean, this is my life mission. I don't follow sports, so I can't say I hate the Red Sox or the Patriots. I hate killers. I hate murderers, and I hate sociopaths. Therefore, I hate meteors, and I hate vegans, and I hate vegetarians. So this is what my life revolves around. There's not much. I can't talk sports. I can't talk politics per se until I get into the political game myself. But I don't know. That's my answer. What do you hate, John?
This week, I'm actually going to wait a little bit to talk about what I hate because Alyssa's going to be going first.
What?
All right, Alyssa, what do you hate?
What do you hate, Alyssa?
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, this week we were going to talk about how I got my wallet stolen last week, and I haven't been on the show the last couple of weeks because I haven't been able to get out to the studio. But
So you hate muggers, you hate thieves.
I mean, yeah.
I don't think it was as simple as that.
Yeah. No,
Well, I could agree with that because vegans are muggers. They're robbing plants of living a full life every single day. They're eating salads, they're eating kale, they're eating beets. All these things are living beings. So they're the thieves. They're the invisible thieves, the silent thieves of the night that people don't even realize that they're killers. They're the most dangerous of all. It's easy to point your finger at Trump, point your finger at Kim Jong-un. They're the obvious killers that are starting wars and killing people. But vegans, the reason they're so dangerous is because we don't realize that they're killers. They're the muggers. They're robbing us all of a long and fruitful life.
Yeah, I guess I agree with all of that. I don't see anything that you're saying that's really wrong.
That's good. It sounds like the seed is planted.
I'm going to be picking up your book and giving this a read over. Where can we find your book?
My book is available on Amazon. It's called Life of the Lifetarian, or you can go on my website, lifetarian.com, and you can find it on there. So if you get a copy, you could read it over, and we could do this again another time, talk about some chapters that interested you. I don't know if you're interested in drugs or music or...
I'm interested in all of those things tremendously.
So I have chapters specifically devoted to those topics specifically. Half of the book is the Lifetarian plan, where I talk about Lifetarianism in everyday life, including music, drugs, beer, bars. Or I talk about half the other book is my life story.
Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be picking up a copy of this book the next time we have you on. I'll have a better idea of what to talk to you about because this is this is the really interesting. This is the first time I'm learning about a lot of this stuff. I watched a few of your videos briefly today, but really actually getting a chance to talk to you has been a bit of an eye opener.
That's good. This is a good intro for you and your audience.
Absolutely. So we're gonna actually take a break. We're gonna let you go, and the rest of us will be back, and we'll have you back on in a couple of weeks after I've read up on the book, and maybe after you've done your town hall meetings.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Sounds good, John. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you, Jacob.
And thanks, Alyssa. Take care.
Thank you.
All right.
Have a good one.
All right. Don't kill anything, John.
I'm not gonna kill anything.
Don't jerk off for the rest of the night.
I'm gonna try.
So you might be starting your quota over again already, but
Yeah.
make Saturday the day of the Sabbath. Make it a holy day where you don't spill any sperm. Okay.
Okay, you got it.
All right. Take care, John.
Thank you, Jacob.
All right, bye.
Oh boy, that was wild.
Something.
All right, we're gonna take 5 minutes, and we'll be right back. Welcome back. This is Masterators. If anybody is still watching, we got 2 current viewers. You guys can leave comments if you want. So last week, we talked about Belle Delphine. She started a Pornhub channel, and that kind of blew up, and she basically trolled all of the internet by putting out a bunch of these porn video, like mock porn videos. Did you hear anything about this?
Yeah, see, I don't know much about it.
Yeah, basically what she did was she posted on Instagram saying that she would start a Pornhub account if she got 2 million likes on some picture that she posted, and she got like 5 million in 2 minutes.
Oh, well, good for her.
And then she made a bunch of Pornhub videos that weren't porn at all.
What were they?
They were just her, like, spraying her cat with water and telling everybody she got her pussy wet. And
So I'd imagine people were very upset about that.
yeah, they were. Yeah, there was a bunch of dudes that were hoping to be jerking off to Belle Delphine porn, and then what ended up happening was it was not porn, and they probably still jerked off. But then this week, she did something even more hilarious, which it's probably she's selling bath water, ounces of bath water.
Bath water?
Yeah, she took a bath and then she bottled her bath water.
That's absolutely disgusting.
And she's selling it. How much do you think she's selling it for?
Probably an astronomically stupid amount. I don't know.
Take a guess.
$100.
$100 is less than that.
Okay.
It's
50?
$30.
All right.
$30, and you can own an ounce of Belle Delphine's bath water. And there's a disclaimer on it that it's not for drinking.
So we're going to drink it, right?
Somebody's going to drink it. Somebody's going to drink this bath water. It's either going to be me, Ron, Rich, you, or Kara.
It's not going to be me.
One of us is going to drink this bath water.
I'm not drinking that bath water.
Somebody's drinking the bath
Ron's
water.
drinking that bath water.
I hope. I hope it's Ron.
I'm trying to think who it would be funniest to see drink the bath water.
Kara.
Probably Kara.
Watching Kara drink that bath water would be the funniest thing.
She does love water.
She
It's like her favorite thing.
Yeah, and she brings it to every show. Everywhere I see Kara, she's got some water.
So maybe we just don't tell her. We just put it in.
No, we got to tell her because she's got to know that. And no diluting it. It's got to be straight from the weird canister that she gets it from.
So disgusting.
I know.
Not the canister, the bath water.
It's fucking hilarious, though.
Ugh. Can you just imagine what's in that bath water?
No, I don't say.
Okay, so how are people reacting to? Has she said how many bottles of bath water she sold?
She hasn't said how many she's sold, but somebody did some math, and it's like for an ounce of bath water that costs like a whole bath is like 8 gallons or something like that, and it costs 32 cents
For the whole bath.
for the whole bath
Okay.
from like from municipal water source, and then if you sell it an ounce of that for $30, it's like something like a 10 million% markup.
I mean, it's not a bad idea.
No,
I mean, more power to her if she's going to make money off of it.
I just wonder how many people are going to get sick because you know everybody's drinking this bath water.
She probably didn't even sit in the bath.
Oh, well, I mean, like, then that's fraud. That's wrong.
It's still
If
bath
she
water. I mean, she filled the bath.
But the whole point of buying it, she says, this is my bath water. She took a bath in it.
She says she took a bath in it.
That's what she's claiming.
I think she doesn't want anyone to drink it because she doesn't want anyone to know she's faking.
Maybe. Do you think you could taste? I mean, like, she looks like she tastes like a gutter.
I'm sure it doesn't taste normal. Like normal water.
What would it taste like?
I have no idea.
Filth?
I don't know.
Weeb shit?
Wouldn't there be like some kind of soap in it or something?
Maybe, maybe not. Maybe she goes dry.
Well, not dry.
Unfettered.
I don't know. Enough. Disgusting.
All right. What do you hate this week? And you said, well, we were talking to our wonderful guest, Jacob, the LIFETARIAN.
Yeah. Getting my wallet stolen.
Getting your wallet stolen.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Well, last week. No, 2 weeks now.
It's almost 2
It's been
weeks.
2 weeks. I went to the Ducks game. For all of you who aren't from Long Island, Ducks are a baseball team on Long Island. And first of all, the game was just terrible. The whole thing was a disaster because I was dealing with work the entire time I was there, so I basically didn't see the game. But so, point being, I was very distracted the entire time I was at the game, on and off my phone a million times. But I know that I had my wallet as we were leaving.
Yeah.
Because I clearly remember going to buy something and then deciding not to. Everything was closing, blah, blah, blah. So I know I had it in my hand as we were leaving. From that point to the car, I have no idea what happened to it. So at first I thought I lost my wallet. Halfway, on our way home, I realized I didn't have it. And I started getting notifications from my credit card company that someone was using my credit card.
What were they using it on? Like
taking a lift.
Oh.
So I guess someone at the game who didn't have a car. I don't know who takes a lift to and from a game, like especially in that area, like why you're going, even if you don't have a car. I don't know. Whatever. But yeah, so I had to call, cancel my credit cards, blah, blah, blah. Now, I thought that was done, right? I had to get everything resent to me. I figured I'd apply for a new driver's license. I thought it was over.
Wasn't over?
It wasn't over. So I wake up the next day, I go to work, do my normal thing, and I start getting a friend request. I got.
Shower shave, you're out the door.
Shut up. I hate that song. That sucks. So totally threw me off track right there. I got a friend request from some girl. And she started sending me messages through Facebook asking if I was at the Ducks game last night. So creepy already. So I say, yeah, I was. And she asked me if I lost my wallet. I said yes. And she explains to me that she's just such a good person. And she feels terrible because her friend is the one that took my wallet. So she's outing her friend right now. I don't know. I assumed maybe they had a fight or something of the sort. Or they weren't friends at all. Or I was being set up. I couldn't really decipher, which one was the truth. So she starts sending me, pictures of my wallet and the cards that are in my wallet. And basically giving me the address, telling me to come there and call the police and do all this stuff. So after, dealing with this all day, now I'm at work, I finally decide, you know what, I leave work, I go to the precinct, and I go to make a police report. While I'm at the precinct, they call me on Facebook Messenger.
What do they say?
That they have my wallet, and they want me to come meet them so that they can return my things to me. Now, this is after the girl has explained, I know my friend, bought a lift with your card. I know my friend, took $50 out of your wallet, has all your cards, is walking around with your stuff. And, whatever. So I put them on speakerphone. I tell them I'm at the precinct. And the cop was so not helpful. She started a police report. But basically, I went there and I said, these girls say that they have my wallet. I don't want to go there because I feel like I'm being set up. I'm going to get there and they're going to jump me or, try to take more from me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know who these girls are. The other thing is that they live in a shelter. They live in a shelter and they wanted me to come to the shelter to come get my stolen wallet back. So they basically say on speaker in front of the police officer that they have my wallet and they want to return it and that they found it after another couple dropped it. I don't know what happened to it before that. Before I got it. Even though they had already admitted to using my card and taking my money and whatever.
So now they're doubling back on everything that they've said and done. And now they're trying to lie to get out of trouble.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, the friend was like, I was just doing this out of the goodness of my heart because I'm a good person. First of all, a good person doesn't out their friend.
Right.
Because let's be honest, if my best friend stole a wallet, I wouldn't agree with it, but I wouldn't contact the person and say, my friend stole your wallet and has all your belongings and you should call the police on her. It's ridiculous. So long story short, they arranged with the police officer to meet at a trooper station to return my wallet. So now, I had originally asked the police to escort me to their shelter to get my wallet back, but they refused to do that. They said they couldn't do that.
Which I don't understand.
I don't understand that either.
What are they supposed to be doing? Like, they can't just take, this is a person who's at risk of, essentially being mugged. And they don't, isn't their job to serve and protect?
Yeah. I mean, that's what it's supposed to be, right?
Yeah, well.
So basically they tell me I have to leave the 5th precinct and go to the trooper station if I want to get my wallet back. The girls agree to meet us, blah, blah, blah. We get there. And now, the trooper station, I don't know if anyone knows how they're set up. You can't just walk into a trooper station. There's like a call button, but the call goes to their main office in another town. Like, there's literally no way to get inside. Or for them to know that you're outside.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah. So when you press the call button, it doesn't notify the people inside the building. It notifies another office and another location. So I get there. I have no idea what I'm doing. So I decide to Google the number and I call the trooper station, letting them know that I'm there and the reason why I'm waiting outside. And they say that the 3rd precinct, which was the precinct that was dispatched to the location, already came and left because they didn't know why they were there. So the girls weren't there yet because it was only 20 minutes from the time the call was made. And, they left because no one's here. So we're leaving.
This sounds real stupid.
It was so stupid. And it lasted forever. I think I got to the 1st precinct at like 6 o'clock, and I didn't get home until 11:30. It was a chase, a runaround. So they tell us at the trooper station that they can't help us, so they send us to the 3rd precinct to go deal with it there.
So, wait, is this the original precinct that this started at?
No.
No, this is...
This is the precinct that was dispatched.
So you went to the 5th precinct first?
Yeah.
They dispatched an officer from the 3rd precinct
because it was the closest precinct to the trooper station, which was closest to their shelter. Because the argument was that they didn't have a car, so they had to go somewhere local for them. So it's convenient for people who stole my wallet.
This is wildly dumb.
Yeah. So we get to the third precinct. I wait on a line because it's, I don't know, it was like a Wednesday night, so I don't even know why it was so crazy. But there was a long line. I finally get up to, make my report, and they tell me they can't help me because they looked in the system and a police officer has been redispatched to the trooper station, and I have to go meet them there.
Why?
Because the trooper station called it in again.
Okay.
Even after they told me to go to the precinct. So we go back. We go back to the precinct. It's about another 25-minute drive. We get there, and the third precinct was there and had left again. The girls did show up with my wallet, gave it to the police officers, and then they gave them a ride home because they had a curfew at their shelter.
So now you can't even go knocking on the door, right?
Right. Well, the police officers were no longer there at all. They drove the girls home that stole my wallet. And basically, the trooper station was like, we don't know what the hell, we can't help you. So I call them. They say that they call and called the police officer that actually picked the girls up and brought them home to call them to come back so that I can finally make my full report, because they did want to press charges. They were making, charges on my credit card. They say they do this, and then they said if they don't come back within like a half hour, they would come back out to check on us. I sat there and waited for, I don't know, an hour, and they never came back. A trooper walks out of the trooper station and says, I'm the last person here. What are you guys doing here? He didn't even know why I was there. Kind of came over like suspicious, like, what are you two, what are you guys sitting here waiting for in my parking lot? So everyone had left the building. The trooper that originally told me that she would come out and check on us left for the night. And the police drove the thieves home so they could be home by curfew, and I still don't have my wallet.
That's... Who are the fucking cops? What do they do? Like, what is the whole point of them?
I don't really know anymore, because the same cop is still the other
running around with your wallet.
Well, yeah, because he didn't invoice it at the precinct. I found out he just took it home with him, and has been driving around with my wallet for 2 weeks.
I don't understand.
And wants me to call and come in when he's working to pick it up from the precinct, but I can never get out there because it's like 40 minutes away. In between work, I have to be there while he's working. He hasn't left it for me at the precinct. Like, he doesn't want to invoice it because it'll take too long for me to get it back. At this point, just invoice it because I'm never getting it back. He's just driving around with all my stuff.
Maybe he's pretending to be you.
I hope so.
Maybe he's got your wallet, he's got like a wig on, and he's running around going, I'm Melissa.
You know what? If the cop wants to impersonate me, I'm alright with that.
And he's like going to different places and being like, put this on Alyssa's tab.
Nothing in my wallet works anymore, except for I need my ID and like my insurance cards.
He's running up credit at different convenience stores.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I hope so. Go ahead, do it. I have shitty credit anyway.
Not
Then at least
not real credit. The kind of credit that you get at a bodega, where you're just like, hey man, I'll pay for this on Friday when I get paid.
I don't want that kind of credit.
But that's the kind of credit this Officer Barbrady is running around getting with your ID and your identity.
Maybe he's getting street cred.
Street cred. What?
Street cred.
Street. Why?
I don't know.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
What do you mean? Why don't you unpack that for me?
Shut up. Unpack your own goddamn boxes. So this kind of leads us into
Yeah, I hate
another
cops.
hate.
I don't like them. I posted a video in the group chat today, or was it yesterday? Not the group chat, but the Masturbators Facebook group of this cop. I'm just gonna play the audio for this video because it's fucking disgusting. All right, give me 1 second. I got this queued up.
So you're playing audio from.
This video that I got. That's fucking gross. I can't believe this shit. All right, so this video opens up.
There's a lot going on in the video.
Yeah, this video opens up and it's a cop approaching a car that's in a Taco Bell parking lot. And they walk up to the car and they go, show us your hands, show us your hands. And then they just start shooting at the car.
Wait. Wasn't the guy? I think I read about this. The guy was like sleeping, right?
Yeah, he was asleep.
So they wake him up and then shoot him.
Yeah.
Like a million times.
Yeah. The 55 times.
55 times.
Yep.
How many guns were there?
6.
6 guns.
Yeah, they reloaded. They emptied their clips and then they put new clips. And this was 20 seconds into the video. There's 40 more seconds. Here.
But okay.
Yeah, here.
Okay.
That's not my audio. The screeching. That's how this was recorded. The cop was screeching like a lady to show me your hands. And that's
Okay.
the guy's been shot for like 20 times already. Show me your hands. Show me your hands.
So he's dead.
He's been shot 20 fucking times.
And you're asking him to show your hands.
His passenger side window and his the front window of his car are riddled. The windshield.
The windshield. John.
Are riddled with fucking bullet holes. And he's still screaming, "Show me your hands." So here we go. Shots fired. The cops telling all 6 cops standing around go, "Shots fired."
Nah, shit.
Shots fired. Shots fired. Here.
Is everybody good? Hands! Your hands! Anyone hit?
No,
Still.
no, not everybody's good. No, that guy's dead. Why do you keep yelling that? He doesn't have any hands anymore.
That's nuts. Did they have a reason to believe that they were in danger? Like, because, okay, let's...
Maybe he was snoring real loud.
No, really. If they woke him up, if you were sitting in a car and you had a gun on you, and 6 people came over to your car surrounding you to wake you up, I would reach for that gun. I wouldn't know what was going on, and I would reach for my gun. No?
Maybe, but like, fucking, they didn't wait very long to see what he was reaching for.
You don't wait very long when someone's reaching for their gun.
He was in a Taco Bell parking lot. He might have been reaching for a burrito.
Let's be real. How many people do you think, the Taco Bell in Bayshore, how many people do you think in that parking lot have a gun? All of them.
So, it should be allowed.
I didn't say it's not allowed. You're not allowed to pick it up and point it at an officer.
I don't think he did that.
Do we know?
According to the news reports, he didn't do that.
All right, what are the news reports saying?
I didn't read any. I just know that
So,
he wasn't
you just know.
shooting at anybody.
Yeah, because he didn't shoot yet.
Well,
I highly doubt that a group of 6 officers just woke someone up and then shot them for no reason.
No, he was 20 years old.
Okay.
His name was Willie McCoy. And within 3.5 seconds of waking him up, they shot him 55 times.
Do we know why they were approaching the vehicle in the first place?
Because he was asleep in the Taco Bell parking lot, and they probably tried to knock on the window.
Was this in Florida? It's illegal.
California.
Okay. I know that in Florida it's illegal to sleep in your car.
And it's not legal to sleep in your car anywhere, which is bullshit. It's my car. If I want to fucking sleep in it, I should be allowed to sleep in it.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was perfectly legal
No.
in New York.
No, it's not. You know what? Choke on this. If this episode is a ripoff, I mean, like, I couldn't help that you decided to leave the stream and fucking go jerk off. All right? That's not my fault that you did that. Jacob was on for a half hour. We agreed to 15 minutes. The stream started late. We started with like 5 minutes of music, and then we got right to Jacob's call. Sorry.
This is actually, an episode of Master Haters.
Yeah, I mean, like, we're going to have Jacob on again if he wants to come on again. I enjoyed his call thoroughly. Not my fault that you fucked up, bud. Real sorry about that, bud.
Are we going to talk about that?
You want to talk about that?
Yeah, why not?
I started a new...
It's not so much of a hate. It's actually
Yeah, I'm done with the
quite
fucking cops
entertaining.
thing. I'm done with the cops thing because it was bullshit.
Oh, no, I'm not saying that's not much of a hate. And the cops suck. I'm talking about what we're going to talk about next. We're not really hating on it.
No, because it's my thing.
We like it. It's the one thing we like.
I started a new page on Facebook. It's called John Breaks Bad News, where I break bad news to people.
Apparently, it's a hit.
And people seem to be liking it. I'm going to be breaking a lot of bad news soon. I'm going to play a video. Play the audio of a video from...
We'll just give a little recap. So, prior to this phone call, a girl messaged you and asked if you could break news to her boyfriend that she was cheating on him.
Yeah.
Right? And then she did want you to say that it was a joke.
Well, I don't think it's a joke. She's probably doing it.
I didn't say, we don't know her. She probably is doing it. I mean, most girls are.
Yeah.
I mean, it's normal.
Yeah, it's normal. So here's the call.
Hi, I'm John. I'm about to break some bad news. Here we go. Hello? Hi, is this Chase? Hi, I'm John. I run a service where I break bad news to people for other people. And your girlfriend Brianna hired me to break some bad news to you. She's been cheating on you. Yeah, and she wants it to be over now. So, yeah, sorry. What? Some guy named Mike. Alright, well, really sorry to be the one to break this bad news to you, bud. I'm just here to break the bad news. You have a good one, man.
You too. That's
Have
my
a good
favorite
one.
part.
Have a good one,
Bad
man.
news.
Sorry, bud.
Sorry, bud.
Have a good one. I don't think he's having a good one after you just told him, his girlfriend's cheating on him and now she's leaving him.
That's not my fault.
No, I didn't say it was, but I tell him to have a good one.
Yeah, I mean, like, don't let things, don't sweat the small stuff.
All right. I do have to say that the car horns in the background,
That was
that was a
great.
really good
That was my
effect.
favorite part.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
I loved how much of the car horns there were.
There was only like two, but
So a couple years ago, we used to do the show, and there was an artist that the cast of the show, myself, Alyssa, Ron, and Kara, and formerly of Master Haters, Chris Martin, really loved. And we're going to close out this episode with his not so new song.
I hate this song.
Great South Shore, Summertime on the. That's. I'm not making that up. That's the name of the song. Mr. Kenny Minetta.
Summer's finally here. Time to head on out to that shore. On Island Side. Where it's summertime and you feel that shine of that great Atlantic sun. You got your Jeep top down, you feel your cooler in town, 'cause you know July's begun. The ferry boats are crossing to the island of fire that's calling. Summertime in the great South Shore. Arrive on the beach with that smell of the ocean and your time in a harmony chair. And you sit yourself down, hear the shells on the ground, the copper tone smell in the air. The boogie boys and surfing, bikini girls are showing. Summertime in the great South Shore. The ocean parkway down with your girl, that smile she brings you. Like the stars in the moon shine off the island lagoon from the sky at Jones Beach Theater. The days getting shorter. It's all good along the water. Summertime in the great South Shore.
This has been Master Haters. We thank you all for tuning in. Even you choke on this.
I hate this fucking song. I can't believe you played that.
Say that again.
I hate this fucking song. I can't believe you played it. It's the worst.
That's pretty funny.
It's worse than Long Island Boy.
So we've been Master Haters. You can follow us on Facebook at Master Haters. You can join our Facebook group, Master Haters Podcast, Master Haters parentheses Podcast. You can follow us on Twitter at Master Haters. You can. No, you suck me off. Choke on this. Suck me off, you fucking piece of shit.
He's not allowed. If you come, he's not allowed.
Oh yeah, that's right. I can't. Well, don't finish me.
No, do it.
I'm a lifetarian now. I can't.
You better not be. You better not be. All right.
Just listen to the replay, you idiot. Just go back to the beginning of the episode. It's like 7 minutes in.
Jacob.
Yeah,
was
1 second of Jacob.
Yeah.
He was on for a half hour. You can email us at masterhaterspodcast@gmail.com. Go fuck yourself. Peace. Buh. This has been the Basement Yard.